Hey, hi everyone. Good evening, guys. So, in the previous session, we were discussing about our infrastructure part, like what is an infrastructure, like how we are going to define an infrastructure, what sort of challenges that we are going to face in building an infrastructure. So, this is the log that which we have developed. So, in the previous session, what we were discussing, guys, so we were taking out all the necessary infrastructure components, like what is a server, what is a network, how our application should get created. So, this was the architecture that which we were discussing. So, where as part of an architecture, we were discussing about our DR, that is our disaster recovery. So, whenever we feel like we need to have our disaster recovery to be set, so this is our multicloud.devops.com. So, where we are going to host it on multiple regions. Let's say like we are going to host this one in our India region. So this is my India region, and we have hosted our application in the Singapore region. So now in order to have a high availability at the region level, and in order to have a disaster at the multiple region level, so we have hosted our end-to-end application. Now, as part of our discussions earlier, so till now, we have spent almost like a 1 crore rupee, and we have spent near around 24 months of it. So this is the timelines that which we took in order to make our application to go live, where our application is robust in nature of infrastructure. Means in the infrastructure side, nothing is going to go down. Everything is highly available and it is highly scalable. Now imagine a situation that, so we are going to have our user as a Ravi. Finally, Ravi is going to the internet and he started propagating messages in the internet. So this is what? This is my internet. Same like my website, that is multicloud.devops.com, is up and running, where Ravi initially he propagated a message of having 50% discount for the first. Now slowly what he did, he told like, okay man, 40% discount on the second month. And he started reducing the discount to 30% third month. So 20% on the fourth month. Let's say like a 10% discountage on the fifth month. Now 0% discountage on the sixth month. So before he go live, he already spent 1 crore rupee and he already spent 24 months of his valuable time in building this entire infrastructure. Now you tell me guys, after sixth month, Ravi, is he going to be in profit mode or is he going to be in loss mode? What do you feel? Anyone? So we have built our infrastructure, robust infrastructure where everything is available. Okay, that thing is now finally we went live with the users. Now finally we landed. Our application is live now. So my application is running. First month it was running good. So I was giving a 50% discount. Slowly I started using the discount. Because overall, over a period of time, I cannot give so much discount to the customer because I'm being lost. Now in the sixth month, what Ravi did, finally Ravi have cancelled all the discount. So now tell me, what is the state of Ravi? Is he going to be in a profit mode or is he going to be in a loss mode? What is the mode? Any guess? No answers? Fine. So here, what happens guys? So when you start a business, by investing so much money, in return, you should be getting something. So where I already spent 50% of my money in terms of a discount, means like whatever the return I am going to get, I am giving the return as a discount to the customer. So slowly, if I start scrutinizing the discount part, at the sixth month, none of the customer comes to my website. So now what is going to happen guys here? So what happens is like after 24 months of my infrastructure creation plus 6 months of going live, total 30 months of time, finally I will realize that I did a mistake. Why? Why? Because I'll be landing fully in loss mode. So after spending so much money, after spending so much time in building this robust infrastructure, right? This is the infrastructure that we have built it. by having multiple offices, multiple regions, highly available, disaster recovery, all the things, whatever is required, we have built it. But end of the day, where did we land it? We landed onto something which we don't want to. So where is that? We landed in a loss mode. Now, can any one of you tell me, like, what would have done bit better that would help us not going in loss mode? Any guesses, guys, from anyone? What would have done bit better?
We can take the infra as a rented purpose instead of
Infra as
investing.
a rented purpose. Now, what are the different infra components, guys, that which we bought it?
So
Different info components. Tell me.
servers,
Servers. Good. Next what? Network. Next what?
data center racks.
Data
That is a
centers.
new
Very
we
nice.
are
Good. Racks. Then what? We hired engineers, right? Who is going to
yes,
develop the code? Who is going to
yes,
deploy? So
yeah,
engineers,
manpower.
manpower. Then what? Okay, we'll keep a full stop here. So now these are the different infra components, guys. So now we are in a loss mode after spending 30 months of our valuable time. Finally, we landed and we realized that okay, man, I did a big blunder. Something I screwed myself. Something I screwed myself. Now tell me, think of it, guys. Once, what would have done bit better where you would have avoided this loss? No answers? Try it out, guys. If you're not trying, then how you'll remember it?
Instead of using
Hmm?
physical infrastructure, we can go with the cloud.
Cloud we will land slowly, Bharat. So we are discussing something in 2005, right?
Okay.
Instead of physical, we can go with the virtual data centers or servers.
Virtual data centers, which was not that popular then. We won't even have VMware. In 2011, it was a bit popular. Okay. Now tell me, what would have done better? Okay, let me ask you a simple question. So you guys are working as part of your current organization, right? When you join a new organization, you will be given a laptop. You will be given a laptop. Now, do you feel like this laptop is being purchased by your company?
No.
Then, when you join
Lease,
company, is only giving you laptop, right? What is happening here?
yeah.
Tell me.
They will
Rent something.
they will go with the rented phone.
So what company is going to do, guys? Company is going to do a renting. They don't own the asset. They don't own the asset, right? 70% of IT companies which we have in the market, are they having their own infrastructure, guys? The company which you guys are working, is that building is owned by the same company?
Oh, no.
Now those will be
No,
rented.
those will be rented. Like the seat where you guys daily go and sit, do you feel like that seat is going to be owned by the company? Company is owning that asset.
No.
So no, all those things are not owned by the company, guys, because company is very clever. Whenever they feel like they are out of the market, simply they will wipe out all the employees. They will wash their hands and they will simply say like Tata bye bye to the market, because no one wants to hold the responsibility of having assets. Because if you are having assets, then what you have to do, you have to look for a partner. You need to sell it. When you try to sell it, no one will purchase it. So why to have a headache of all these things? Not only that, delivery, maintenance, management, updates. So who will take care of all these things? Again, company have to invest the money on that. So that's the reason companies generally they don't go for a purchaser mode. They always go for rental mode. They always go for rental mode. So now what are the improvements, guys, that we are looking here? Improvements is quite simple. Whenever I want to have a servers, then what I can do, guys? I can take servers on a rental basis. Now, whenever I'm going for a rental basis, is it going to be cheap or is it going to be costly? Cost wise, it is. What do you feel? Less or high?
Less.
It will be
It will be
cheap.
less. It will be cheap.
Yes.
Good. When you go on a rental basis, if you are taking on a yearly, if you have an agreement of 2 years or 3 years, then it is a cheap for longer time. Now tell me, how about the delivery time, guys?
It will be instant.
Instant. Very nice. Good one. So here, what is the major thing that we are saving is time. Earlier, whenever I try to order one server and whenever I try to install one server, total how much time it took for us? See here. So we need a server to deploy our code. Ordering a server, it will take at least how much time? It will take at least a month time. Now, how much time that we are saving? We are saving 1 month time for the server delivery. Because if I call a vendor, I will ask a vendor, hey man, by evening I need a server. Whatever you want to do it. If you want some money, I'll pay you extra. I need a server. Definitely he will come and he will deliver the server. Same day delivery. So what is happening here, guys? I'm saving money and I'm saving my time as well. Time is very, very precious, guys. What is very precious? Time is very, very precious. Okay. Now let's talk about network. How we could have avoided this network delay, guys. You see here, network also got delayed, right? How much time it took for us to establish the network? Any answers? How much time it took for us to establish the network part? Network part, we didn't return anyway.
9 months.
We didn't return. Okay. So guys,
1 month.
data center. 1 month, right?
Yeah, it's on the serial number 9 now.
Serial number 9, right? Network cost.
Yeah.
Okay. So now managing network. So guys, whenever I say like I'm managing a network, I can go to Hathway, I can go to BSNL, I can go to Tata. I will ask them like, I'll pay you 10 lakh, man. I'll pay you 10 lakh. In 2 days, I need a direct internet connectivity from my office to the data center. Do or die. Otherwise, I'll go with other vendor. I'm asking, okay, I need a 30 Mbps of dedicated line starting from source is this, that is the destination. I'll pay you whatever you ask. Give me. Then what? So here also in 2 to 3 days, you will have your network. If you guys are, really having a, good command, you ask them, they will do it in 1 day. Overnight they will work and they will give you the communication. Overnight they will work and they will give you the communication. Here also what we are doing is, we are saving 1 month time. Now tell me, how about the other factors? Data centers, racks and engineers. Any answers? So data centers goes with the same thing. Whenever you're going with your data center, I'll tell the data center guy like, man, rack and all, you do it a little bit later. But since my testing is going on, give me an existing space where I will put my server for a time being. He will give. Once our rack is ready, in a matter of 2-3 days, I'll ask this guy, okay, man, do one thing, I'll pay you a little bit extra. You only take care of all this racking, server and all, everything. Okay. I just need this rack in a matter of 2-3 days. Okay. So just make sure that everything is ready. He will prepare. He will keep everything ready. So here also, we are going to save at least a month. Okay. So guys, each and every line I am writing, saving as a time. Any guess, guys, why we are concentrating only on the time part? Can you guess why we are talking more on the time part?
Application can be released as early as possible.
Very nice. Imagine a situation that during your COVID time, what are the most components, guys, that which people have sold? What are the components that people have sold mostly?
Oxygen cylinders, masks,
Mask and sanitizers.
Masks and sanitizers. These are all the most selling items, right? Now imagine a situation that I am having so much demand in the market, where people are going crazy. They want to have the products to be in hand with them whenever they want. Now what am I doing? I am taking so much time. I am taking so much time to deliver that product. Let's say like when the COVID is ending, I am releasing sanitizers. When COVID is ending, I am releasing the sanitizers. Or the people are going to be in a good shape to go ahead and purchase it. Do you feel like they'll purchase it? You will get a profit. What happens is, if you guys are releasing your sanitizers and masks, the end of the COVID, like maybe 2-3 months before the COVID, all the people are getting vaccinated. That time you are releasing it.
The demand in the market has decreased already.
So now what you need to understand is when there is a huge demand, you have to release your product immediately. So here time is money. Here what? Here time is money. Whenever you are taking any enterprise organization, they don't care about money. What they care is grabbing the customer. What they care is grabbing the customer. The sooner they can grab the customer, the faster they can grow. What is happening guys here? The sooner they can grab the customer, the faster they can grow. So that's the reason always the mindset of your company is like, we have to release a minimal time we have to release our product to the customer. So when we are releasing the product in a lesser span of time, then there are more opportunities that, or there are more chances that we will be getting more revenue out of it. This is the mindset that company is going to have. Likewise, whenever I go with the data center, I will simply say like, okay man, I'll pay you whatever you want. You just do it in a matter of 2-3 days. He will do it. So your data center management as well as your rack management, that guy is going to take care of it. Now tell me, what is the last option that I have? I have my engineers. Now, whenever I am doing my infrastructure management, do other employees in the company, are they going to have any work there? Do you feel like all the developers, when my infrastructure I am building, do developers have any work to do?
No.
No.
They can develop actually.
Again. They can develop it, but they cannot test it now. Infrastructure is not available. Then what is the point of having these guys in the place? Then it won't make any sense for me to have these guys in place. Can I fire them saying like, I don't have any work, okay, go home. Whenever I need it, I'll call you. Can we say that?
No.
No. Then what is the best solution that I have? So how I can reduce the resource cost? It's a waste of money for me, right? Keeping people, hiring people and keeping them on bench. Why should I have them when I don't have a work? Then
Hiring them once the infrastructure is set.
When the infrastructure is set, you never know, right? Maybe it might happen. Let's say like this month you're thinking, okay, I will bring it this month, but this month still infrastructure is not ready. Guys are working. Then I get waste of salary. Then what is the option? I can go with freelancers. Pay as you give work. If you give the work, then they'll ask you the salary. But when you ask them to do the work, they'll ask you a bit more. But that's okay. Because I'm saving so much money. In a year, I'm having only 2-3 months of a work where I'll pay the more money to the freelancers and ask them to do it. By the time I realize that, okay, my infrastructure is ready, everything is fine, everything is available, I'll simply sign off the contract with the freelancers and I'll start hiring the people and I'll give a permanent. So these are all what guys, these are all the improvements that I need to have. So why we need to have these improvements? When I have these kind of an improvements, then I would have saved so much time where I would have released my product a bit early, where I would have saved so much money on my infrastructure. Maybe if I would have released this entire product in a matter of a 6 months time, then 7th month I will realize, oh, okay, this application is not going to give me a good revenue. So this might be a wrong decision that I am having. So hence I will realize a bit faster. So what is the main essence of having a agile in the market, guys? The main essence of having agile is fail fast. So what you need to do, guys? You need to always think about your agile ways of working. Agile ways of working is like fail fast. Don't take time. Even though you are succeeded, even though you are a failure, that's okay. But if you are going to fail, ensure that you guys are failing fast so that you can save revenue to the company. This is the basic fundamental that which we are going to follow. Now, since this is the end-to-end problem and these are all the improvements that we need to have, now you guys tell me who is there in the market where I can knock their door and I'll ask, give me a server. Where I can knock and say, give me network. Where I can knock, give me data center. To whom I can ask, guys? Do you know anyone who is going to give me these as a on a rental basis? Any guess? From where
Amazon?
we can get these things on a rental basis?
Amazon.
Amazon. Good. So this is
GCP.
what?
Google,
Ah, very nice, Yeshua. Good one. So what we are looking for? We are looking for a renting company. We are looking what? We are looking for a renting company. Who is going to give me the things on a rental basis? Who is going to give me the things on a rental basis? On a rental basis, who will give? We have our cloud vendors. So now, what is a cloud, guys? Cloud is not the one which you see in the sky. Okay, that is not the cloud. What is a cloud, guys? Cloud is a vendor who literally sell you a product on a rental basis. Whenever you need network, I will call that guy. I will say, man, I need this network. Give me. I need a server. Give me. I need a load balancer. Give me. I need a database. Give me. I need a disk. Give me. So on a demand basis, whatever the need that I have, I am going to fulfill that need from this vendor as what? As a service. As what? As a service. Now, who are these cloud vendors, guys? Cloud vendors are nothing but, in simple terms, they are the rental companies who are going to sell me whatever I need for my application. Whatever I need for application. What are the different components that I need for my application? I need a server, I need a load balancer, I need a network, database, I need a disk, I need my configurations, availability, disaster recovery, everything I need. Whatever I need, I am going to get from a vendor called cloud vendor. So who are the different vendors that we have in the market? Who is going to help us? We have different vendors like AWS, have GCP, have Azure. Then we have Alibaba.
OCI.
We have Alibaba. We have Rackspace. And if we start writing, right, you will have plenty of vendors in the market.
IBM.
You will go mad.
Cloud.
Yeah.
IBM Cloud.
IBM Cloud is there, right? DigitalOcean is there. Many clouds, many vendors. Okay. So now let's see how this is going to be helpful. Any doubts, guys? From anyone? Why we are going for a cloud? What is the main reason that we are going for a cloud? What we are going to get out of our cloud? Okay. So just give me a second. Okay. So this is the main reason, guys, why people are going towards the cloud. Main reason is like, whenever I want to start a business, my expectation is always to get more revenue. My expectation is what? My expectation is always to get a more revenue. When I will get a more revenue? Whenever I am going to the market bit early, then only I will get a faster revenue. The moment when I start going to a cloud, my entire infrastructure, whatever the infrastructure which I have shown you as part of this diagram, right? This entire infrastructure, you can build it in a matter of a week. After completing your course, we are going to do this entire work in terms of our end-to-end automation. If you are automating your entire application, it's just a matter of executing a couple of buttons where you will have your end-to-end application highly available, fully tolerated to the fault in a matter of weeks time. So this is the benefit and the beauty what we are going to gain when we go to the cloud. So why all the companies are going towards a cloud platform, guys? Why? Because this is one of the reasons where they get a flexibility, where they get the infrastructure, where they get the automation, where they get the maintenance, where they get the security. So where you don't need to go and knock multiple vendors for this. If you knock one cloud vendor, so that guy will facilitate everything, whatever. Okay. Now let's try to understand the differentiation between the clouds. What is the differentiation? So let's say like I'm going to deal with a word called a cloud. This is my cloud. So when you are dealing with your word called a cloud, cloud is classified into two types. What do we have? We have a cloud. So where just give me a sec. I'll take this one. Okay. So let's say like this is my cloud. So now cloud is classified into two categories. So where the first category we call it as public clouds or private clouds. So what do we have? We have a private cloud. So now we are going to have second category that which we are going to call it as public cloud. So now what is the difference between a public cloud and a private cloud? Any guess, guys? Any answers from anyone? What is a private cloud and what is a public cloud?
Public clouds are free to use. Private clouds, we need to have some authentication with the private vendor in order to access their service.
Very nice. Good one. So guys, so see here, what you need to have, guys, whenever you are going with your private clouds, private clouds are not free. You, me, or anyone in the public, if they go and if they ask for a private cloud, they will simply say like, no, man, we cannot provide you. Because the cost for your private cloud is so high. So here, when you go and if you start dealing with the differences, so vendors like IBM, vendors like CenturyLink, vendors like Rackspace, vendors like Oracle. So these guys, they supply you private and they supply public clouds as well. Okay. So whenever you are dealing with vendors like these guys, like your IBM, CenturyLink, Rackspace, and Oracle, what happens is like, so these guys, they will sell you private clouds. Now the importance of having your private clouds is like, you can ask what are the customizations you want. If you say like, no, man, I didn't like this particular feature, can you please change it? They'll go ahead and they'll change it for you. Okay. So where the billing will be so high, billing cost is so high. So benefit what you're going to gain is like, you can ask for customization. Whatever the customization that you ask, these guys, they will do it for you. But the main problem is like, you have to pay a bit more. And main problem is like, normal public can't get access to these clouds. What is the problem, guys? Problem is this one. Like you or me, if I'm starting a startup company, I cannot go ahead and I can simply say like, okay, man, give me this cloud and all. They'll not give, because it comes with so big license cost. You have to pay more license. So now let's talk about your public clouds. So with regards to your public clouds, you are having many vendors in the market. So who are all the vendors that we have? So we have AWS, we have Azure, we have GCP, we have Alibaba, we have DigitalOcean, and so on. All these guys are what? All these guys are public clouds. So billing is very less compared to private cloud. Now, you cannot ask for a customization. Let's say like I don't like this feature. Let's say like load balancer, whatever they are giving, it is not satisfying my requirement. I'll go and I'll ask them like, okay, man, load balancer, can you change it? They'll say like, okay. No, we can't do it for you, man. Because this is what we provide. So if you don't have, if you don't feel like, okay, whatever we are giving is not satisfying your requirement, then better you go with your custom configuration. What they will say, they'll simply say like, no, man, this is what we are providing, so you have to adjust with this. You cannot simply go ahead and ask for whatever you want. They'll not do it. Right? So likewise, we are going to have what? We are going to have the other components. Let's see the other components. So you cannot ask for a customization. You have to pay a bit less. So the billing part is not going to be costing you more gas. It is very less. So normal public like you, me, any startup, anyone can easily get access to the cloud with a credit card, sometimes with a debit card as well. And this is what? This is pay as you go service. What is mean by pay as you go service, guys? Whatever you consume means whatever we consume, we are going to pay only for those hours. Let's say like I'm running my server. If I'm running my server, I'm going to pay, let's say like I run server for 2 hours. I'll pay for only 2 hours. If I'm running my server for 10 hours, then I'll pay for only 10 hours. I'm not going to pay beyond that. I'm not going to pay beyond that. So this is the major difference, guys, that you need to understand about your public as well as private clouds. Public as well as your private clouds. Okay. Let me take a screenshot of it so that I'll share it with you. So these are all the major differences, guys, that which you need to know about your public and private. So these are all the different vendors that we have in the market. Don't think like, okay, always AWS, always Azure, but these are all a bit popular. They are having wide range of market. They have what? They have wide range of a market compared to the others. So that's the reason you see, these names when you go to the market. Okay, this is the major difference that you need to. Any notes from anyone? Right. So now, let's try to understand about your common working model, or we will keep it simple. Let's try to understand the difference between IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. So what is IaaS? What is a SaaS? And what is a PaaS? So IaaS stands for infrastructure as a service, whereas PaaS stands for platform as a service. So likewise, when I go and when I frame my SaaS, what is a SaaS, guys? Any answers?
Software as a service.
Software as a service.
So it is software as a service. So these are all the 3 basic components which any cloud in the market going to provide to their customers. So what are the basic things, guys, that are, any cloud provider, what are the cloud provider you take? So any cloud provider is going to give these things for you. So now, what are these? What are these, right? So you might be hearing them here and there, but in today's class, what we do is like, we'll try to understand in depth, like what exactly these guys are, how these guys are functional, how these guys are going to be helpful. So guys, whenever you guys are working in real time, In real time, you will have to attend the architectural decisional statements or architectural meetings. So when you handle any client call, so they will say like, okay, man, why can't we go with this service? Why can't we go with this service? Okay, Sean, can you please help me out? If you're going with this service, what is the benefit that we are going to have? Okay, what kind of a service is this? Is this a PaaS service? Is this a SaaS service? Or it's an IaaS service? So then you will be clueless. So you should be understanding what kind of a service is this? Is this a PaaS? What exactly PaaS represents? Is this an IaaS? What exactly the IaaS represents? Is this a SaaS? Okay, how come this is a SaaS? So you're going to have multiple differences. We will try to take a as layman example as possible so that you will understand the exact essence of these three techniques. So guys, next 20 minutes or next half an hour session is very, very, very important. If you feel like you don't understand, feel free to raise your hands and make sure that you guys are clearing your doubts. Because if you don't understand the meaning or the differentiation of these three terminologies, then you're going to face a little bit low confidence in your office or in your. Okay, let's see. So let's take a basic example. How many of you have had biryani, guys, in the weekend? Raise your hands. Anyone had biryani? No one? No one had, guys? That's very bad. None of you? Anil, Shaya, Rahul. Good. Now tell me, in how many ways we can eat a biryani? Tell me. Guys, come on, don't tell me that you don't know. You know better than
in home.
Cooking, very nice. Cooking at home. Good. Now then what? Next.
Going to
Ordering.
hotel and have.
Going to hotel. We can go with the family or we can go with the friends. Go to
Online
hotel and then
orders.
order it.
Online or takeaway.
Takeaway. Takeaway is also fine. I'll go to hotel and or I can order online and I can. What is the other way? Any other ways that you know? Any other ways? Have you
Go to
seen
a party.
MTR? Go to party, yeah. That's nice. That's nice. Good, good. Yeah, when you go to party, of course, they will add a special item. It's mandatory, right? Good. So now, what is the other component, guys? Other component is like if you have seen your any grocery store and any big mall. If you go to the food section, they will give you half baked product like MTR or Priya or some local vendors. What they are doing, they are going to sell you half baked products. Half baked. So where you don't need to do anything, simply take it up, go to home, just add some sort of okay. So let's try to compare this one with our cloud services such as IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS, so that you guys will understand real meaning of having these items. Now, we will take the first component. First component is what? Cooking at home. Tell me the recipe of biryani. Don't tell me end to end, guys, but you tell me what you do. Do you feel like it is an easy work to do?
No.
No. Means like preparation is bit hard. Unless or until you like to do it, unless or until you know how to do it. Imagine like you guys are preparing, some guests are coming, let's say like 10 guests are coming. You don't know how to prepare a biryani, then you will be caught. So you will be having that kind of a tension with you where you'll be thinking whether it will come good or not. But if you're a pro, you don't think like, okay, immediately we go and do it. Right? So preparation. When we are going with the preparation, so what are the things that I need to keep it in mind? Like I need to purchase all the grocery. Grocery like what? Grocery like rice, spices, meat, and so on. All the components. Who have to take care? I have to take. And then what? I need to cook it. Then what? I have to ensure everything is properly cooked and served. Now let me add a clause here. Imagine what am I doing? I'm adding more salt. Can you guess what will happen, guys, if I add more salt? Is my food is going to be good? Obviously, no, right? So here, who is responsible person for delivering this biryani to my guest?
We are responsible.
Beyond.
We are responsible. Whole responsibility is lying on my shoulders. Everything is on me only. If I do something, if I screw something, then it's going to screw everyone's mood and the entire party. So this we call it as physical infrastructure. Or how we can correlate this. How we are going to correlate this. Correlation is quite simple, guys. What am I doing for preparing biryani? I need to purchase meat, vegetables, rice, spices, vessels, or water, and all the necessary needed elements or the components I needed. I have to purchase, I have to maintain, I have to cook, I need to prepare, I need to deliver, and I need to serve. After serving the entire food, I have to clean, and again I have to place. Everything is my work only. So this we are calling it as a physical infrastructure. Now why we are calling it as a physical? In a physical infrastructure, what we do is like we purchase servers, we purchase network, we take care of servers or the data centers, we take care of applications, we take care of application deployments, we take care of infrastructure availability. Imagine that you guys didn't manage the network. That's it. Damal, everything will be done. There is a production running, network is done, everything collapsed just like that. So who have to manage? I have to manage. Who have to build? I have to build. Who have to configure? I have to configure. Who needs to deploy? I need to deploy. Who needs to maintain? I need to maintain. When I say like me and my team, me and my team. So this kind of a component we call it as a physical infrastructure. So these days you don't see physical infrastructure, guys, in most of the companies because they don't want to take the headache. They don't want to take the headache. Why? Why? Because we are not in a state like where we go, we maintain, we manage. Again, maintenance cost, again people cost, again availability cost, again scalability cost. Companies, they don't have that much time to invest money on the physical infrastructure. They are no more with physical. So hope the example is clear, guys. Cooking at your home. Now tell me, what is the next option?
Ready to order.
Ready to order. Good. So we will go with the half-baked biryani. Huh? I say like no man, I cannot wait. Right? If I order a biryani, right, it takes at least 1 hour. The guy is going to torture me, and I'll be in a hunger. I don't want to be in that state. Then what should I do? I'll simply say like, okay, man, I'll go with a half-baked. Shop is nearby my house only. I'll go and I'll purchase a half-baked. Okay. So whenever I'm purchasing a half-baked product, so here, can anyone tell me, guys, what is the procedure that you're going to follow in order to make it full and in order to have this biryani? First thing is like purchase the product. And after purchasing product, then what?
Boil it for no, like make it cook for.
So okay for some time. maybe like 10 minutes. And then what? And then serve
Serve.
it in your own plate. Then what? Have your lunch or a dinner. Then what? Then clean your plate. Who will clean? You have to clean. Then done. Biryani. So here, whenever I say like a purchasing of a product, am I purchasing separately a meat, vegetable, rice, and other products? Are we purchasing it separately? No, right?
We
So
take
now
it as
what
a
am I getting?
package.
Very nice. So here
It's in a package.
it's in a package. Very nice, good madam. So here we are getting all the items like rice, spices, meat, and so on as a package. Means I don't need to take the headache of having my server, having my network, having my database, having my load balancer, having my storage accounts, having my domains. I don't care. Whenever I want, I'll go and I'll take it from vendor. He's ready. He will give me. Whenever I need it, I'll simply go and I'll take it as a package. Okay, man, I need this, these resources and all. I need for so many years. Give me. He will give. So this we are calling it as infrastructure as a service. Whenever you go as an infrastructure as a service, whatever the infrastructure component that you need it, you don't need to build it from the scratch. You don't need to order a server where it will take a month time for you to host that in a data center. You don't need to coordinate with the data center guy to place that server. You don't need to coordinate with the network guy to place that server. All these things are none of my business. What is my business? I'll go and I'll say like, hey man, I need a ready to eat server. Give me. Or ready to go live server. Give me. He will give. I need this country. In this country, I need this particular network. Give me. I need this particular database in this particular country. Give me. He will give. But major problem with infrastructure as a service is like after you purchase everything, who have to cook? Who have to cook, guys? So in case of a half-baked product,
I
we are
have to
cooking it,
cook.
right? I have to cook. Good. So whenever I am purchasing individual components from these vendors, who need to stitch them? I need to stitch them. Server with the network, with the load balancer, with the data, with the storage, everything I need to stitch. Means like I have work to do there. Means what? I have a work to do there. So as part of infrastructure as a service, we go ahead and we purchase components like servers, networks, load balancers, storage, accounts, disks, domains, firewalls, and so on. And what? And so on. But what is the responsibility? Responsibility is lying with me. I am responsible in integrating all the above components and then install all the application softwares. After I install all the application softwares, then I have to build and deploy my application on this infra. What was the benefit that we are going to gain? Benefit simply I will go, I'll take whatever the component. So hope your infrastructure as a service and your physical infrastructure, both these two components are clear for you. Okay, any notes from anyone?
No.
What about the maintenance part in this infrastructure as a
Maintenance
service?
part, yeah, we are getting paid, we have to do it.
Okay.
So this is a role of your cloud engineer, like server patching, server availability, server monitoring, all these things we have to. It's part of our job.
Sir, in generally companies they say we have the data on on-premise. So on-premise in the sense they are speaking about the IaaS architecture. Right?
No. If the data is in an on-premise, then only thing is like cooking at home only, your physical infrastructure.
Physically. Because in the SharePoint server there was an on-premise. So if they say that it's an on-premise, it's a physical infrastructure. Like
Yes. Whenever you talk about anything physically available, whenever we say like a physically available guys, means like you can go ahead, you can touch it and you can feel it. That we call it as in simple layman terms as a physical infrastructure. Okay, so there are multiple use cases guys here. See, since our friend have asked about the data on-premise, you can have a data on the on-premise, but for doing the analysis on that data, you can host your services in the cloud. But data you can keep it on the on-premise. But here, the problem what you will face is like the processing time. Because you need to come from cloud to your on-prem, do the analysis, perform the logic, and then take back the data or take back the result. So these kind of things add a latency to your workflow. What will happen? In this case, it will add a latency. If your application is not having issue in the latency, then this approach is fine. But in general, the other approach is like whatever the data that which we have in on-premise, we will load it to the cloud to save this problem of latency, so that we'll keep a copy in the cloud and then we do the analysis, and whatever the desired results are there, instead of storing the desired results in the cloud, we will store it in the on-premise, so that we will have our data available on the on-premise environment. So, who have asked this one? Who is that?
sir, if I have say for example on-premise data, but there is a different like a PaaS is there, SaaS is there, on-premise like physical infra. But in the physical infrastructure, I have the complete ownership, right? If I am getting like a ready to order, I am not sure that whatever they are giving, it cannot be 100% satisfaction for me. So in that case, in some cases that is also better, right? It depends upon the domain to domain as well, no?
Listen, here, the way how we are planning to eat a biryani, same thing you can compare with your requirement or your day-to-day life. What I mean to tell you is, if you want to, do the things from the scratch, okay, just give me 1 second. Okay, yes, I'm so sorry. Yeah, my kid was playing here and there. Okay, so see here. So we were discussing about like the needs, the need and necessity of an application, right? So there are multiple factors that which we need to consider. Right? Based upon my need, I will be thinking. If I feel like I have a best team where they can handle everything, I have a best team where they can handle maintenance, management, building, architecture, designing, security, everything. If you feel like you have a best team, go with on-premise. Go with on-premise. But the problem what it comes is like you cannot compete with the market. What happens? You cannot compete with the market. Means when you are going to a market, let's say like a COVID, sir. Let's call it like, we will take the best example as a COVID, right? So you guys remember how many days that it took to release a new application, guys? Or Setu or whatever the application that they have. Did they took so much time for releasing the application? Or it was instant? Any guess, guys? Did you guys use that application at least? Any chance? No, no answers. Okay. So if you see that application, guys, they have released in a matter of 2-3 days. It just took them a matter of a week's time for you to release that application. That's not a big deal for you. So same application, if you try to build it on the physical infrastructure, it takes so much time, maybe at least a month or 2 months or 3 months time to build it. So since they have built that platform onto the cloud platform, so it was so seamless that they have released in a matter of a week. So now answering your question, Keshav, okay. So it depends upon you and your team. If your team is capable enough to do the things, capable enough to handle the the market requirement needs in a faster phase, go ahead and use the on-premise. On-premise is damn cheap when compared to your.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
I guess any other notes before we proceed? Cool. No notes? Then, tell me what is the next model, guys? What is the next way that you want to order? Or you want to have biryani?
Online.
Online order.
Good. We go with the online order. How do you order? Simply sleep on the bed, take your mobile, open your application, start typing what is the nearest best selling biryani vendor, then select the vendor and then order it. Jolly.
It gives
40
maximum
minutes.
discount.
Maximum day. Very nice, Keshwar. Like it, huh? This is what we do. We will see, right? For 15 minutes, we'll start searching. Okay, who is giving me 30%, 40%, 20% discount? At least giving free delivery or not. All the things we will look at. Finally, we will order it. Online ordering, yes. So whenever we go for an online order, what I do, I will simply go ahead, select the restaurant, and then order the bill. So in this, there is no headache of purchasing. I'm not going to purchase it. I'm not going to purchase anything. Then no preparation issues, no serving issues, no need to worry about outcome, whether biryani will come in a good way, but it will be spicy or not, okay, whether it will be good or not, all these things and all, I don't mind because I already selected best restaurant, right? That guy will charge me with more, that's fine. I'll get my biryani, which will be at least with a good taste, where I'll be feeling happy. Okay, this will come, I will eat it. So now how we can compare this one with your infrastructure or in terms of your cloud? Any guess, guys? Which component will suit ordering your biryani online? What do you feel?
Software as a
Software as a
service.
service.
Software as a service? So one clause, let me add you here. Once you got a biryani, who is going to serve you? The hotel guy is going to come and serve the food for you?
Self-service.
Self-service only. Self-service. As part of only the self-service, who will clean?
Yeah.
You have to do it.
Plates, spoon, table, everything is mine. I have to have these components with me. Okay. Third thing is like cleaning. Cleaning is my responsibility.
And also the place.
Place, yeah, good. Place is also mine. I need to pay rent now. If I'm staying in a room, 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom, I have to pay. So place is also mine. Now tell me, software will work?
Platform as a
Platform will
service.
work here.
Platform as a service.
So this suits your platform as a
Platform
service.
as a service.
Now, question is, what is a platform here? Right? Most of the guys will get confused. What is a platform? Okay, in terms of our example, what is the platform that we are picking as?
iOS,
Biryani.
Android,
Right? We are still dealing with biryani only.
iOS or Android or
Zomato, I guess.
So, Zomato, are you developing anything for Zomato? Are you contributing their code base?
No.
Are you maintaining their servers?
no.
No.
Oh, I'm least bothered how these guys are selling their product. What is my
Or
worry?
also-
My worry is biryani should come hot. Biryani should be good. Result should be good. This is what my ultimate destination, what ultimate result that I'm looking for. How these guys are preparing, how these guys are delivering and not, that's none of my business. Okay. Now let's see. Guys, this will be a little bit confusing between your SaaS and PaaS. Please don't don't fall for the play. Just be with me. Okay. Whenever we start dealing with our infrastructure as a service part, sorry, your platform as a service part, let's talk about a more application in general. Whenever we talk about an application in general, application needs to have infrastructure. Infrastructure like servers, network, storage, disk, and so on. Let's say, and what, and so on. These are all the different items that I'm going to have. Is this enough, guys, for me to go live? I have servers, network, storage. I bought all the raw product. Is this good enough for me to go to production? Can I go production?
No.
No. I need to have my application
Application
code.
ready.
Application should be there now. Now let's say like developer is giving me the application code. Can I go to production?
But
Testing needs to be done, UAT needs to be done,
So what we need to have? We need
environments.
to have softwares installed in the infrastructure to run my application. Let's take a simplified example. Imagine like you want to have Chrome. In Chrome, you want to open YouTube. This is your ultimate goal. In order to open Chrome, what you need, first of all, you need either a laptop or your mobile. That is your infrastructure. That is what? That is your infrastructure. You need to have a laptop, working laptop where you can go. Now, in order to open your YouTube, what you need a software. What is the software? Your Chrome software, you need to have it. Now, how your Chrome software will get working? You have to install them. Without install them, you cannot work or you cannot open. So in my case, my infrastructure is my server, network, storage. In our example, it is our laptop. I need to have my application code, that is my YouTube. And I need to have my softwares to be installed, which means like I have to install my Chrome in my laptop. Then only I can open my application. Like your YouTube will not work. You cannot open your YouTube. Now, if I am taking all these components from a vendor, what we call this?
infrastructure as a service.
Very nice. If I am taking all these things from a vendor, then I will call it as infrastructure as a service. Now, I need to have my application code. Who is going to develop the code, guys?
Team development.
Developers will develop the code. Now, what I need my application softwares. Who is going to do the installation of application softwares? Who is going to do?
The backend at my team.
So We are going to do it after completing your DevOps course. You guys should be capable enough to install and configure the software.
Okay.
Okay, this is our work. Now, if a company feels like, yeah, who will install Java, man? Who will install JS? Who will take care of applications? Okay, who will take care of a Python? Okay, who will take care of my middleware components like a web logic? I don't need to take care. I don't want a Tomcat. No, I don't want to have an Nginx. I don't know. I don't want to have a JBoss and so on. I don't want man, all these things. So whenever I'm dealing with an application, what I need to have, I need to have all these application softwares. Who have to do, who have to install, I have to install, who have to maintain, I have to maintain. But if I feel lazy, then who will maintain Java, man? Java and all. Every 3 months, these guys are changing the Java version. Imagine like I am having 2000 servers. If the company is deciding to go to Java 11 to Java 17 in 2000 servers, I need to update the Java version to Java 17, which is a maintenance work. I am not ready to go for such maintenance work. Then what? Any guess? Any guess then? So then we go with platform as a service. When you go with the platform as a service, what you are going to get? You are going to get infrastructure as a service plus your application runtime. Guys, if it's not clear, let me know. We can discuss. I'll explain one second. So whenever I want to build my application, what I need infrastructure, which I'm getting it as an infrastructure as a service. Now on top of that, if I want to run my application, what I have to do? I have to do what? I have to install the software. But this is software installation, software configuration, software maintenance, server patching. It's too much work. When I feel lazy enough to do that work, then what I can do? I'll simply go and I will opt for a vendor who is going to give me platform as a service, like your Kubernetes, your AKS, or your EKS, your app service, and so on. But who is going to develop the code, guys? Who is going to develop the code? Tell me first.
We are going to develop the application
We
code.
are going to develop. So if you guys are developing the code, but if you guys are taking your platform as a service from a vendor, then you will take care of only the application code, because platform is going to get taken care by end to end by vendor. You don't do anything. Simply take the platform, deploy the application code, go live. Simply deploy your application code, go live. Is it making sense, guys? Any doubts? What is a platform as a service? And now tell me, what is the last option available for today? What is the fourth option?
Software as a service.
Software as a service. And then tell me, what is software as a service? Tell me in terms of biryani. What is the other option that we left for the biryani, guys?
Going to hotel and
Ready-made delivery.
Good. Hotel and have at hotel. Now tell me, do you have any work, guys, when you go to a hotel?
No.
Any work? Okay, tell me the user flow, user journey. How you guys are going to have a food at a hotel? What you will do first?
finding the better hotel.
Enter the hotel. Okay, good. Then
Ordering.
Place and order.
ordering food. Then eat the food. Then pay bill and come. This is what we are doing. I am not worried about the cleaning. and then maintenance, and then preparation, and then about my raw products. I am not at all bothered about anything. Only thing what I bother is when that guy will bring the food. Eagerly waiting. I ordered a food, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Hey, where is my food? We'll start seeing at the waiter face. We'll start looking at the waiter face, saying that when this guy will bring the food. Okay, we'll be keen on the food when it will come, when we will eat. So once we got the food, we'll eat it, we'll wash our hands, we'll pay the bill, and we'll go. So this platform, or this we call it as software as a service. Why guys? In the platform as a service, who is developing the product?
Developers.
Developers. So in the software as a service, literally you don't maintain, you don't manage, you don't develop, you don't deploy. Nothing you do. What are we doing when we go to hotel? We simply order, we eat the food, and we leave the restaurant. This is what we are going to do. So in a software as a service also it is the same. I don't maintain, I don't care about their product, I don't manage their product, I don't patch their product, how the code is getting developed, I don't care. Can anyone give me the examples for this one, guys? What are the best examples for your software as a service?
CloudWatch.
Sorry?
CloudWatch.
How much?
Service no?
Service now? Service now. Service now, end of the day, you have to take the software and install in your servers, right?
Microsoft.
Google.
So Power Platform.
Forget about IT, guys. Think general. Tell me in general.
Google.
Google. You guys are searching Google, right? Are you developing the code for Google?
YouTube.
YouTube. You guys are contributing code to the YouTube development where you will go and will say like, okay, load the video in 10 minutes, 2 minutes and all. Are you contributing anything? You are not doing anything, no? But who is consuming? You are consuming it, right?
All social
You are
media
consuming.
platforms. Yeah.
If you want to have an ad-free YouTube, you need to pay money. You know that, right? If ads are annoying you when you're playing any recording, you pay money to Google. Google will say like, okay, we'll disable ads for you. Free. Ad-free. Only you can have in the YouTube. But license cost. What's coming here? License cost. Netflix. You guys might have watched a movie, right? Netflix. Are you developing anything to the Netflix? Are you even caring how these guys are developing the product? How he is releasing the movies? How he is uploading the movies? Do we really care, guys? Hotstar, good. Uber. You guys are using Uber, right? You guys are using Ola. You guys are using ICICI Bank. You guys are using HDFC Bank. What are these? These are all your software as a service only. So, whatever you want, vendor will take care. What you are going to do, simply consume the product. What you are going to do, simply go ahead and consume the product. What you guys are going to do. Okay. So, guys, see why we are taking a very, very layman examples is like, not everyone will be on the same page. You might be feeling a little bit of weird, like why biryani and all these examples, right? So I'm going to have a students who are, coming from a pure non-IT background where they don't understand the pure technical words. So I have to go in their level because this example can be adopted by anyone. I can take some posh examples for you, but this example will suit all the needs and all the requirements for all the students who are coming from different. So your responsibility is to make sure that you guys are injecting the knowledge as much as possible. Ensure like you guys are noting down the examples, whatever we are discussing. These examples will give you strong basics and it will give you good confidence where you can easily compare with the products on a day-to-day basis, whatever. Okay. I think we can wind up the class for today, guys. Tomorrow, before you guys join for the session, make sure that you are having below. On email ID, one debit card with a minimum of 2 rupees. Call the customer care, your debit card bank, and ask them to enable online transaction facility. Note, even though you know that your card is going to work for online transactions, still call the bank. This is mandatory for tomorrow's class. I don't know what time you do, how you guys are going to maintain and manage. By next class, tomorrow evening, by the time we connect, I want everyone to have an email address and a debit card. So do not bring the RuPay card. Okay? No RuPay cards. Don't bring the RuPay cards and say like it is not one. Okay? Bring anything apart from your RuPay cards. Go with HDFC or ICICI or Citibank, or even SBI is also fine. Sometimes it works, sometimes it will not work for that money. Bring some debit card with you where the debit card is active, and the major thing is like you have to call the customer care.
Credit card also works, right?
Definitely will work, sir, but I don't.
Yeah, I'm just asking.
Yeah, definitely. So if you have credit cards, even though you have credit cards, don't use them. I will tell you, when to use the credit card. But now,
Sure.
Sir, is it for Azure account creation?
No, tomorrow we'll start it. Okay? We are having AWS Gen first.
Okay.
We'll
So
start
first I go
AWS
with
first. Sir, tell me, sir, please.
so this is a multi-cloud DevOps, right? We are going to learn about AWS plus Azure. So just a question, in the Google Cloud DevOps is not there yet, or how is it like?
Sir, we are not covering Google as of now.
Okay. So the DevOps is not present in the Google GCP.
Sir, sir, see, DevOps is not like a platform where you go and consume. See, DevOps is a culture.
It's a concept.
It's basically a culture, that which you need to learn the culture. Once you know the culture, it's up to you where you want to, spread that culture. You can spread anywhere. Okay. But as part of now, as of now, we are not touching the Google part. Okay. Because, if I am touching any subject, I don't want to touch it for the name's sake. So I can tell you, okay, Keshava, I'll teach you Google. I'll take 2-3 services. I'll say like, okay, Google is done. You don't feel it. So if the market is in real demand, do you really see how many projects we have in the market with Google?
No, sir. Apart from BigQuery, I'm not aware of any service. BigQuery is the only one that we do. That's kind of,
it's a very niche, very, very rare. Maybe out of 100 projects, maybe one project or under two startup companies, if they want to save money, they otherwise, there is no difference for this. But don't worry. For learning this itself, it takes some.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, hi sir, this is Shrikant here. Yeah, yes sir. I have 9 years of experience in infra backup admin. I'm planning to switch my career into cloud DevOps. Then after how many years of experience can I put list after the completion of course, and from any expectation of package after this course? Okay.
Yeah, so you can keep 7 years on DevOps, sir, from your profile. Means like whatever you worked from past 7 years, your Oracle database background, your server administration background, you can take it out and you can. Right?
Okay.
With regards to the salary expectations, right? So we cannot fake your payslip. Whatever the pay that you are getting. No, sir.
Okay.
Let me complete the answer. Okay. Then we
Okay.
Okay. Whatever the salary that which you are getting it. So maximum you can ask for 100% hike. Let's say that you are having 9 years of experience as a backup admin. So by now, if I am guessing your salary, you might be drawing around 15 lakhs to 16 lakhs in a company. Okay. If you are drawing a bit more, then it is very good. So now on top of that salary, salary, you can ask for at least 50 to 60% of hike. Okay. This is the minimum expectations, right? I have a students who are taking.
Okay.
Tell me, Sri, what is your next?
Can I put 7 years means I will survive into industry or?
So if you are not sleeping daily,
Okay.
if you are completing the end-to-end practice, let's say today we discussed for 1.5 hour session.
Okay.
You are remembering this content till end of this course. And what are the topics? What are the subjects? What are the implementations? What are the integrations? And I'm going to teach you in the course. If you can understand, do it, and complete it before you sleep, then blindly you can keep 7 years in your profile. Okay. Now, how much effort that you are going to apply will decide how many years of experience that you are going to have. But as part of this course, I am going to give you a knowledge starting from a layman terms till server, starting from the server till your multi-type and microservice architecture design and implementation. So I'm going to give you the knowledge of a 7 years real-time experienced guy who have worked in an IIT. Same experience, technical knowledge. Beyond that also I'm going to share in this course. Now it's entirely up to you how you guys are going to maintain, how you guys are going to learn it, digest it, and then produce it as your outcome.
Okay.
Okay, Srika?
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
So may I know why these credit card details are required? Sorry to interrupt.
No credit cards, only debit card for creation of your accounts. Okay.
Okay.
So make sure that AWS. Okay. Okay, guys. Then, if no doubts, I think we are good to go. Let's connect to.
Sir, one more thing. These accounts, the Azure accounts that are going to be created directly on AWS or through KSR Datavizon?
Here we are going to create AWS accounts. Okay. So we are not going to start Azure. We will start AWS first. Then we will take Azure.
For how many months the validity will be PC?
This will be a 1 year validity, and it depends upon how you are going to use it. Tomorrow we will discuss. Tomorrow we have class. We'll discuss more. Okay, any other doubts to ask? So then, see you guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.